Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more Grand Prix World and another part of our Mercedes career mode on the F1 22 mod. Thank you for the incredible support so far on the series. Last time out, we really did have a cracking result in Monaco. We finished 1 and 2 in that Grand Prix. I have gone ahead and had a little scout around at the Drivers' Championship and noticed there's a lot of reserve drivers down here, like Nico Hulkenberg, Stoffel Van Dorn. But as far as I can tell, they haven't been in any Grand Prix just yet. So not entirely sure why they're in there, but it is what it is. But Lewis Hamilton currently fourth in the Drivers' Championship after winning last time out in Monaco. We're still 44 points behind Carlos Sainz. That's a very big deficit to make up, but it's still a decent amount of the season to go. I think it's a 16-race season. So, still more than half of the season to go, so we'll see about that one. Constructors wise, we are currently in third. We are 12 points behind Red Bull. Again, 72 points off Ferrari. That would be quite the comeback if we were able to pull that off. Anyway, let's have a little look at the news. So Ferrari has got a team sponsorship deal with Cognizant. Lewis Hamilton has added another race win. George Russell finished second. Lewis Hamilton led the grid. Mercedes and Petronas have agreed a deal that is part of a major new F1 alliance. So that's for the works fuel. Alfa Romeo has signed Daniel Ricciardo. Ferrari has closed a deal with Charles Leclerc. Fastest lap was Lewis Hamilton. Zhou Guanyu has bought the seat at Alpha Tauri. And we have some cash signings there as well, although Alpine is looking to sign up Carlos Sainz, which would be very, very good for them. There you go. Okay. We are losing money at each Grand Prix at the moment, so we need to maybe think about reducing our expenditures. Let's have a little look. So we have made some good progress. We now have a deal with Ineos, which is good, so we can sign that up. Doesn't look like we've got the works deal in place with Mercedes just yet, but we will see. Right, onto the testing side of things then. So mechanically we can add 15% each to those, possibly reduce the amount of testing that we're doing. Do something like... Whoops. Do something like that. Perform the testing. Summary-wise, there you go. We've got everything in place, which is fantastic. 2023 chassis is coming along quite well. We've completed the fluid dynamics part of it. 25% will now put on model design chassis for this year, so the next upgrade is going along okay. Moving that to fluid dynamics as well. We've now got a 5-star suspension in the back of the car. Now let's work on some brakes upgrades. And have we got another driving aid? Not quite yet. Right, let's pass on the research just to see if that helps it at all. Well, it has helped, but not as much as you might think. So let's upgrade the technology. That's all we'll need to do. And then fix up the cars, ready for the next race. And then we will move on. And hopefully be in the position where we can compete for victories again in Canada. That would be absolutely fantastic if we could pull that off. Okay, any repairs? No repairs necessary. Alright, let's just top up our spare parts while we can. And get another 3 spare parts out of this. There we go. Nice. Nice. Right, into the commercial land of opportunity then. The cash sponsor for Ineos is done. So we'll take that 5% and we'll throw it somewhere else. The tyre deal, not quite there yet. Let's put the success card on the engine deal. That's the most important. We'll play the TV advantage with the tyre deal as well. Try and get that works deal in place. Doesn't look like anybody has got the deals for next season in place just yet anyway, so we're not in a bad position, but we'll keep an eye on it. Same for Mercedes. They have got well, they've actually only got 3 things on offer next season: 2 works deals and a partner deal. They're not interested in customer deals for next season, which is very interesting. So 2 works and a partner for Ferrari, 2 works and a partner for Renault, and then 2 works for Red Bull. Renault do have a free engine at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see if it's going to be Mercedes, Williams that go towards them for next season. But yeah, hopefully we can get that works deal finalised. Right, okie dokie then. I think we're in a good position. I think let's take that Patronus off there. Yeah, we can't get Patronus in there. Let's bring Ineos. Team Viewer. Yeah, let's bring Team Viewer along. Okay, right. On to the next Grand Prix then. At the last Grand Prix, didn't find anything suspicious with a Williams car. Of course, Lewis Hamilton gets the advantage. You certainly want good braking, good speed, and good overtaking around Canada. Go for that with George Russell. Oh, we haven't done our engine upgrades. I knew there was something that we weren't doing. It's this one here. So tyres we can't do, but engine we can improve that. So let's get that sorted. Start increasing that part of the car up there. Right, so we do have new engine. We don't need new fuel. Still on the same hard tyres. That's fine. Okay, cool. Right then, on to the next Grand Prix in Canada. Can we make it back-to-back victories? That's going to be the question. 1 and 2, Lewis Hamilton and Russell. Just checking if anybody else has come in. Doesn't look like it. Okay, here we go then. 23 degrees, very dry, and high wind speed for qualifying. Let's see how Lewis Hamilton and George Russell get on. Oh, it's going to be a pole position. Who's going to be on top? George Russell this time. Well, George Russell is on pole position for Mercedes for the Canadian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton only 5th in the end around a track he's very, very good at. 119.4 for him. 4/10 ahead of Sergio Perez, which is good. But 2/10 shy of Charles Leclerc and 4/10 shy of George Russell. So that gives George Russell the advantage for race day then. So let's do his strategy first. He's going to come in on lap 35. No, 34. And then have 35 laps of fuel for the second stint with fresh rubber. And Lewis Hamilton, he's going to come in on lap 35 and have a slightly shorter second stint on fresh rubber. So here we go. Let's find out how we get on in this Canadian Grand Prix. It's going to be another podium, and it is another victory, and it's Lewis Hamilton that has took victory in this Canadian Grand Prix. George Russell retired. I wonder where that happened. I wonder why that happened. Max Verstappen finished second, but 53 seconds off the pace of Hamilton. All of a sudden, our race pace has just gone through the roof. Carlos Sainz finishes third on the lead lap. Lando Norris fourth, with Bottas fifth, Gasly sixth, Zhou in seventh, eighth is Ocon, ninth is Tsunoda, and 10th is Daniel Ricciardo. Now, what happened to George Russell? He had an engine failure. Very interesting. Okay. But that means Lewis Hamilton goes up to second in the championship now, just the 34 points behind Carlos Sainz. George Russell still in sixth. Constructors-wise, we're now 5 points behind Red Bull and 62 behind Ferrari. So, let's have a little look at that Grand Prix then. Is it this one? No, this one, this one. This one. There you go. Got there in the end. I think it's this screen that we look at. So George Russell was leading the way until around about lap 6, when Max Verstappen actually took the lead. And then it was lap 8 that George Russell had his engine failure. So it was fairly early on. Lewis Hamilton had already made his way up to second, passed for the lead, overtaking Verstappen on lap 15, and then he led for the rest of the Grand Prix. So very, very strong performance from Lewis Hamilton. Certainly nothing to worry about regarding that. And yeah, I've got to say, very, very strong performance from him. And he'll be very, very happy with that. Yeah. Didn't even lose positions through the pit stops. So let's continue. Let's have a look at the news. So Lewis Hamilton added another race win. George Russell got his first ever pole position. Red Bull has got a landmark works deal with Red Bull Powertrains, which is what you'd expect. McLaren is in a partnership deal with BP, I assume for fuel. Alpine has signed Carlos Sainz. Colton Herta has signed for McLaren. I believe that'll be in a reserve driver role. Fastest lap was Lewis Hamilton again. Lance Stroll has bought the seat at Andretti. Anything else in there? Yes, Aston Martin is looking to sign Stoffel Van Dorn. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Right. Oh dear, we made a big loss at the last Grand Prix. Let's see if we got anything. Engine sponsor has provided us with a new engine. Good. Pirelli has increased its support. Good progress in the talks with that. Pirelli are prepared to sign a works deal, and so are Mercedes-Benz. So that is going to be very, very interesting to get that sorted out. Sorry, I felt like I was about to sneeze, so muted myself. But yes, so let's get that deal signed up for the engine. And then I think we probably need to just reduce all of this now. So we got the 1 season works deal with Pirelli. We're getting better terms with Petronas. Okay. Let's get ourselves some more sponsorship deals going. Go with Team Viewer again. And we've got 4% more to spend. Let's go for FTX. Okay, cool. Right. That deal not going as well as we'd have hoped at this stage. But we will keep persisting. Right, I think we need to reduce this a little bit to try and save some funds. Okay, right, on to testing. So should be all good. Perfect. Right, 2022 update is going along swimmingly. 2023 cars not far off. Okay. That's sorted out. Let's go electronics next. And the driver aid ready for homologation, and it has been approved. So we have got a monkey seat, which is great. And now let's go for the blown axle. Okie dokie then. Let's get all of this bought. Down to 1.6 million now. We will start hemorrhaging money at some point, which isn't ideal. Let's upgrade the engine. Do something like that. And we should only need to do 2 more rounds of testing for the engine, so we should be able to bring it right down again once we've done all of that. Right, let's get these cars fixed up, particularly George Russell's, because he had a bit of an accident. It wasn't really his fault. Okay. Cool. Cool. Right. Right, let's get some more spares in the game. I am a little concerned of the money situation. Might go and have a look at how much shares are going for and perhaps just sell a 10% stake in the team or something like that. Just to raise a little bit of money, because you do not want to go bankrupt in this game. Yeah, we got the French Grand Prix, and then I believe it's Silverstone after that, so looking forward to, hopefully, the British Grand Prix victory. Hamilton's won 2 in a row now. Very, very good. We looked at the commercial land of opportunity, sorted that out. Next Grand Prix then, final Grand Prix of the episode. We'll go for a little bit more speed, a little bit more grip for George Russell. Speed, grip, and 1 for win, 1 for overtaking for Lewis Hamilton. Yep, we do need the new engine in there. Obviously no fuel, still no new tyres from Pirelli just yet. But next season we do have a works deal with them, so we'll be able to actually upgrade our own tyres at our own pace, which is very good. Right, here we go then. So the French Grand Prix. Can we have 3 in a row for Lewis Hamilton? If we can, I'll say it's championship back on. So here we go into qualifying. And it is going to be a 3rd consecutive pole position. Who's going to be on pole this time? And it is George Russell again. Very interesting. George Russell, a 1:16.6, 0.2 of a second ahead of Carlos Sainz in 2nd there. Charles Leclerc in 3rd, Hamilton 4th, Verstappen 5th, with Perez in 6th. Anybody interested in taking part? Doesn't look like it. Right, 30 degrees and dry for race day today. Hamilton again will be on the second strategy, if you like. It worked out well for him last time. But unfortunately for him, he's once again qualified behind George Russell today, so he doesn't get priority. But let's see how we get on in the race. Let's see. It is going to be a podium. Is it going to be another win? It's a 1-2, and it's Lewis Hamilton again that comes out on top ahead of George Russell. So in the race, Hamilton is dominating as it stands. George Russell does back it up in second, though. Carlos Sainz third ahead of Charles Leclerc in fourth. But once again, a decent amount ahead of the chasing pack. Ricciardo finishes fifth with Alonso sixth, Zhou Guanyu in seventh, Magnussen eighth, Norris ninth, and Tsunoda 10th. It looks like a double retirement for Red Bull, and it's an accident for Sergio Perez and an accident for Max Verstappen. Well, that's perhaps just thrown away the Constructors' Championship for them. Lewis Hamilton closes the gap to Carlos Sainz now to 24 points, as George Russell moves ahead of Sergio Perez into fifth place, kind of in no man's land at the moment. Constructors' Championship, we do move ahead of Red Bull. We're now a massive 38 points ahead of them, and we close to within 46 points of Ferrari. So that is a very, very fruitful episode, and now 3 races in a row for Lewis Hamilton. He is on one, and can he go and win the championship? That is the question. We have got exactly half of the season to go. It's going to be an exciting end to the season. We have got, where is it? This one. We've of course got the British Grand Prix in Austria next time out, then the German and Hungarian, and we'll do a 4-race finale for this season with Belgium, Italy, Nürburgring, and the Japanese Grand Prix in those 4 races. That's going to be really, really cool. So British and Austrian, then the German and Hungarian, and then a 4-race finale for the season. It's going to be a good one, and hopefully you've been enjoying it. If you have, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Grand Prix World content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.